Hi friends, welcome to the tabletop tonight. I'm Ruel and on the tabletop right now is Seaside. This is one of the games I picked up at Gen Con this year, and I'd like to thank Hachette for hooking me up with a copy. This is actually published by Randolph, and in Seaside, what you're trying to do is collect all kinds of different items for your seaside from the sea, and hopefully you'll have the largest stack of tokens. These are all beautiful wooden tokens, so this is the type of game that you can easily play outside when you're actually at the beach or wherever you may be. Today I'm playing the solo mode. This is built into the game, and I'm going to jump right into it and teach you as we play Seaside. So here's the player aid. I'll put that to the side as well. And on your turn, just like the multiplayer game, you're just going to reach in and grab a token. Now, the tokens are double-sided, so in the multiplayer game, you're going to secretly look at this and choose one side. But of course, I'm rolling solo today with you all fine folks, so I'm going to show you exactly what's on both sides. So on this side, I've got an isopod. And this side I have a seashell. Now, both of these are similar, although they are different items, an isopod or a bug, shell. Each of these are going to be tossed back into the ocean, or the sea. The sea is the main play area, and then in front of you, in front of me in this case, is the seaside. So I'm either going to throw in this isopod, or I'm going to throw in the shell. So for this case, I'll do the shell, and like in the multiplayer game, you'll take another turn. Obviously, I'm playing one player, so I'm going to take all the turns, but in a multiplayer game, if you had a seashell or an isopod, you immediately throw it in the sea and then take another turn. So here's my next turn. Hey, another isopod and a crab. I'll put a crab here. Now, in the solo game, if at any time you have to add the seventh item here, whether it's an isopod, a crab, or a shell, a crab, or an isopod, the game immediately ends. So I want to be careful about that. I want to start collecting things. So here's an isopod, and here is a bird. The bird is called a sandpiper. This is going to be eating the isopods. So one side or the other, I'm going to place the isopod there. So hopefully we get a sandpiper soon, or I'll show you how else to get stuff. Here is a wave and also a beach. So what you're going to do, I'm going to play the beach here. And what that means, I'm going to take an equal number, up to an equal number of shells. So there's only one here. I have one beach, so this is now on my seaside. All right, and if the game were to end now, I would be really sad, and I would have only 2 points. So in the solo game, you're going to be just trying to compete against yourself, against the scores 0 to 19, all the way up to 60 or above. And I'll let you know, I have not scored 60 or above yet. My best score, I think, is 52 or 53 right here. So getting close. Let's see how we go here. I'm going to pull another one. Okay, so go to the bag here. I've done another isopod or a seashell. Okay, I'm going to put an isopod there. All right, hopefully you get a sandpiper soon. There's a sandpiper, or the other side could be a shell. So what I'm going to do is take the sandpiper, and what the sandpiper does, this bird flies in, swoops in, and you may eat or bring back as many isopods as you want. I guess they're eating them, but we'll be nice. We're just going to hang on to them. So what that means is I'm going to take the isopods, put it underneath my sandpiper, and then on subsequent turns, if I get another one and I'm eating or taking isopods, they have to be the same size, or if they're same size, I get to keep them. If they're smaller, I toss them back or I discard them. If they're larger, then the smaller one will go away. And I'll clarify that as we continue here. Okay, oh, there's another one. I could take that now, okay, but there's nothing to eat, so that doesn't really do me any good. Basically, I would have 2 birds, but the smaller one would just go away. So I'm gonna flip it over. Hey, there, oh, that's a bummer. So what am I gonna do? Am I gonna take this and do nothing, or, well, actually, this is gonna be okay. So I'll take the second beach. Okay, so now if I get a third beach, I can take up to, I can take up to 3 shells from the middle. Okay, so hopefully I can load up some shells in there. When I go on here, there's a rock and there's a wave. Now the wave, what that does is, in the multiplayer game, the player with the most waves takes everything at the end of the game from the middle. In the solo game, as long as you have one of these, you're going to be able to take everything there. But I'm going to look at the other side because there's a rock. I'm going to keep the rock there. Now, one rock by itself doesn't do a thing. But if you get a pair, then you get to take all the crabs that are in the middle. And in the multiplayer game, you have 2 rocks, and you'll get to take crabs in the middle plus 1 from another opponent. Okay. Then if you get a third crab, you have to reset. So it's basically pairs of crabs. Or pairs of rocks for crabs. Okay, there's a shell. And there's a wave. I'm going to put the shell there. Got another shell, and got another rock. So if I put this rock here, I can collect all the crabs. There's only one, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to get the shell there, because now I have two beaches. I can get both of those. Now, that's if I play a third beach. I'd get to take up to 3 shells. So hopefully there's another shell real soon. There's a wave, and there's a beach. What do I do? So if I do the wave, what that means, I'm going to have to turn over one of my beaches. And let's see. No. I'm going to play the wave. All right, so that's three waves. So I can take up to 3 shells. I'll take these 3 there. These are the 3 waves. Now, in the solo game, if you take your 7th beach, bird, or rock, then the game immediately ends. Likewise, waves, if you have a 7th wave. Just like up here in the main section, the sea, if you take 7, if you have to put your 7th item there, then immediately ends. Okay. So there's a beach, or I mean a wave. Oh, there's a rock. I don't want to do the rock just yet because there's only 1 crab there. So if I do this wave in the solo game, as long as I have a wave there, I get to take all the stuff in the middle. Now the wave does require me to flip over one of my beaches. So let's see what these beaches have. Waves and and a bird. I don't want to do that. Okay, we'll do the bird. The bird comes along, sees that, hey, there's nothing in the middle here. Cannot eat an isopod, so we toss him out of the game. Discarded. Okay, let's continue. Hey, another bird. And, the crab. Do I really want... Oh, man, that's such a bummer. I don't want to use the crab yet. I don't want to use the second rock, so we're just going to discard another bird there. That's a bummer. We need to get some... Okay, there's a wave. A wave and a beach. Wow. So if I play the second wave, that's going to make me turn over a beach. So I don't want to do that. So I have 3 beaches here. Really got to fill up the sea here in the middle. What is going on? Okay, there's an isopod and there's a bird. So the isopod is going to go there. Keep the sandpiper out of there for now. There's a shell. Okay, so the shell. Okay, remember we can have up to 7 total items there. There's a crab and a shell. Okay, there's a crab. Okay. Now here's the thing. It's like the push your luck element of it, right? I'm going to keep pushing, trying to get stuff there in order to take one of these items that can grab them. But if I go too far, if I get 7, then the game is over. You got to be careful about pushing your luck, folks. Okay, there's that. There's an isopod. I'm going to push my luck. Okay, so that's 2, 4, 5. Getting a little closer to my comfort here. There's a shell. There's a beach. Oh, what do I do? It's too close for comfort. So if I put this at 6, and if I have a 7th item, the game is over. I'm gonna, I'll take the beach. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 beaches. I can take up to 4 shells. There's only 1 there. Okay, gives me a little breathing room. Let's see. Can we get a bird? Nope, a shell or another beach. We'll put the shell there. There's the bird, or a crab. Let's take a bird. So the bird, the sandpiper, is going to grab 2 isopods. And because my first sandpiper had 2 isopods, I may keep both. All right, that's much better. Okay. And again, what you're trying to do is just trying to collect as many things as possible and get the highest stack. So it's really cool in the multiplayer game. You're just going to stack up all your tokens and then you match them versus all your opponents, and whoever has the highest is the winner. I'm going to move all this stuff over here. I feel like I'm all on the left side here. Okay, so a little more breathing room in the middle of the sea there. Let's see what else comes out. Another sandpiper or an isopod. We'll put the isopod up there. Okay, so maybe get another sandpiper. Let's see what we got here. Hey, a crab. Yeah, we're going to go for the crab there. Need another rock so I can get all those crabs. Ooh, oh man. Do I push my luck, folks? I'm so scared that my next token I won't be able to do anything. So that's 6. That would be 4, 5, 6. You know what? I'm going to chicken out. I am going to take another shell. So now I have 5 beaches. Remember, when you have 7 of one thing, then the game is over. All right, let's see. There's another crab. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take the crabs out. So I have a pair of rocks, and I have 1, 2, 3 crabs. Okay, cool. So down to 1 isopod back in the middle. Let's continue. There's a shell, and there's a beach. We'll put the shell out there. I have 5 beaches. A wave or a crab. So the wave would cause me to turn over one of my beaches. Do I want to do that? Yeah, you know what? We're going to do that. We'll play the second wave and turn over this beach here, which is a shell that goes in the ocean. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 beaches. All right, there's another wave. Isopod, we'll put the isopod there, and hopefully we got a bird, a sandpiper. There's a crab. Hey, there is a sandpiper. They're going to grab those, and because there are 2, we keep that. So if I took 3 for whatever reason, I would discard the smaller one. Likewise, if I take a smaller one, like I did previously, where I took nothing, I discard those. Okay, so let's continue. Oh, let me move this out here so y'all can see what I've got. Okay, here's the sea. Continue here. Okay, a beach or rocks. We'll put the rocks here. So remember, I have a pair of rocks already. I'm starting a new pair in order to get all the crabs. There are no crabs there just yet. There's a shell and an isopod. Put the isopod there. There's a pair. I would have a pair there, but there's no crabs. So on this side, oh, there is the bird, the sandpiper. So I can fly in and take that isopod, right? And then, but then I have to discard it. But it opens up the sea a little bit. Yeah, you know, I'm going to do that. I will take the isopod. That sandpiper is going to go away, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Open up the sea a little more. Let's go for some crabs. Okay, there's a beach and there's an isopod. So if I take the beach, that'll be 3, 4, 5 beaches, but I could take 2 of those. You know, I'll put another isopod there. There's a wave. Hey, there's a crab, so the crab will go there. A beach and a rock. So if I take this rock here, that gives me that 1 crab. If I take this beach, which I'm going to do, I get these up to, I have 5 here, so I get those 2. Okay. Continuing on, there's a rock. I'll put that shell there. Come on, let's get some crabs. There's an isopod. Okay. So now would be a nice time for a bird, which we don't have, but hey, there's a crab. Okay. Oh, whoops, I just knocked over these. So there's a crab. I do have 5 things in there. I mean, there's a rock. So that's a pair of rocks. I'm going to grab those crabs. Okay. So now I have 2, 4 rocks total. 2 pairs, 2 each. Okay, there's that and that. So I'm going to put this 3rd wave. That requires me to turn over a beach, which I will turn over. Oh, those are all waves. Either this or this. I'm going to turn over the rock. So I have another rock there. Okay, so I have 4 beaches. There's a beach and a bird. Hey, perfect. Sandpiper is going to grab 2 more, and hey, it's the perfect setup there. All right. So they all have 2 isopods each, so that means they can stay. There's a crab and a shell. I'm going to put the crab there. Isopod and a bird. Birds doesn't mean nothing. Let's put the isopod there just in case. There's another crab. An isopod, put the crab there because I have one there. These are all the other pairs I have. There we get another crab. There's a crab. Ooh, I could take. No, we'll put the crab there. Come on. Okay, there's a wave which would force me to turn over one of these. That's another crab there. Or I can take the beach. That would be my 5th beach. I'll just take the 1 there. Okay, give me a little breathing room there. I've got 4 items in the sea. I'll place the wave and turn over one of my beaches, and this beach is a crab. So now I need a rock. So I've got 4 or 5 things in the ocean or the sea right now. There's that. Oh, now I could, let's see. I could use this bird to fly in, eat this, but it'd be discarded, right? Yeah, I'll do that. Give me, open up some room there. Still looking for a rock. There's that. Hey, how about another crab? That's 5 crabs already. That would be a nice hit right now if I can get that rock. Sea and a wave and a shell. I'll put the shell out there. So that's, oh, wait a second. Gotta be careful. What do I want to do here? These are all waves. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll put the shell. I mean, I'm pushing my luck here, folks. Let's see what happens. There's another shell. Okay, there's a beach, so I'm going to take that one shell. Okay, what's on the other side? Another shell. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beaches. All right. There's a bird. Another crab. I'm going for broke here. Let's go all crabs. Come on, rock. Need a rock. There's the rock. What was it on the other side? Another crab. So there's a rock. That was my 3rd pair. I get all the crabs. Woo! I do love me some crab, folks. I don't know about y'all. Okay, so basically I'm all tapped out on the rocks. So that's 6 rocks. You can again, you can only have 7. Once you have your 7th, the game is over. So I have 6 rocks, 4 sandpipers, 5 beaches, and 4 waves. So a 7th of any one of those ends the game. So there's that. We've got a shell, and we got isopod. I'm gonna put the isopod there. Another isopod or rock. Again, if I add that rock, game over, because that's 7. So I'm gonna put the isopod there. Come on, a bird would be nice. Come on, sandpiper. Beach. Hey, sandpiper, perfect. Woo, swoops in. So now I've got 5 of those. Cool. Let's see what's up next. Rocks or shell. Crab or rock. So the rock ends it, the crab just goes there. It's going to be nothing. But I do have waves, so that I will be taking what's ever left over in the seaside there. There's another shell. The sandpiper would do me no good. It'll just fly away, but I want those shells in there. There's isopod and rocks. Do not want the rocks. Wave and a beach. So if I played the wave, I would have to turn over one of my beaches. And I'm going to do that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. Turn over this one. That which beach was going to add another shell. So now if I get a beach, that'd be perfect. Rocks. Whoa! Those rocks or a crab. Okay. So I got 5, 6 things there. Hopefully, okay, okay, perfect. There's the beach. Rock is no good. The beach will get me up to 3, 4, 5 things. There are 3 shells that I can take. Take those. Okay. Continue on. There's a wave and a rock. I mean, wave and a crab. So if I put the wave, how many is that? 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be number 6, and I'd have to turn over one of these things, which are all no bueno. Basically, it would just trigger the end of the game because I'd have all these waves to turn over, and then I'd hit my 7th wave. So we're just going to throw in the crab here. There's a rock. Hey, there's a beach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, getting over to the end of the game here. There's a shell. There's a bird. We'll put the shell here. Then I've got the beach or an isopod. We can put the isopod there. Come on, bird. Sandpiper. Crab. Or, oh, bummer. Crab or rocks, that's going to end it because rock would be my 7th, and then a crab would be the 7th there. So that's the end of the game. Made it through pretty good. There's only like a couple of tokens left in the bag. Now, because I have at least 1 wave in the solo game, I collect everything in the ocean. Add that there. And now, final scoring. So I'm just going to grab all the tokens. This is my seaside now. everything in my Seaside is going to score. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just doing stacks of 5, right? Okay, we'll do stacks of 10. I think we did all right here. So stacks of 10. Stacking them up. Yeah, this might be my highest score ever, folks. Y'all were here to witness this. I love it. So it wasn't just, I didn't just imagine this. Okay, there's, let's just make sure these are 10. So stacks of 10, there's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we've got, these are all even, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 2. Go over to the solo mode. Look at that, folks. Over 60 for the first time ever. Super excited. You have discovered a completely unmatched and unique beach. This was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And there it is, a once-in-a-lifetime win for me. 62. I want to thank Hachette for hooking me up with a copy of Seaside. Folks, be sure to click that like and subscribe button. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.